Hi, I'm Bob with Wolfe Ridge. Right now we're bringing you part 2 of the 17VS build, how it's made at Wolfe Ridge. Give you guys a look at the 17VS beam. In the first video we showed how this was attached to here and how this end plate was put on and the cylinder mount, and then the other stuff is hand welded on. So these side pieces, this plate, and these two things here, those are both, or all of that stuff is hand welded on. Here's the bottom platform for the 17VS and the 17VS-C. The interesting part here is that this, you can see, started off as one piece of flat steel and it went into the press brake. These pockets here were separate, but this main piece down here, that was one flat piece of steel. So now Garrett's over here welding the fork pockets onto the bottom of the 17VS base plate, I guess you'd call it. There's a 17VS-C tabletop. You can tell it's a C because it's got the hole cut out. And these are cut in-house on the laser. These right here would be for the 17VS-C conveyor mounts. These are already welded. They just got to go out for powder now. All right, over here we got a couple of the 17VS push blocks, the wedge, you can see. He's doing some tacks right now. All right, so he's going to be doing a line of pulse welding now. So he just got that line complete there? Yep. And this right here is just about completed. But right now he's working on the 17VS-C conveyor. So there's the trough for one. Here's one he's got on the welding table that's in process. And you can see a few of the components down here. Might remember I did a YouTube short on this piece going through the press brake last week. This started out as a flat piece of steel. Kind of cool. All right, so Dave's got the trough plate in place now. You can see he's got a clamp here and one down here too, kind of holding the trough together. So he's gonna go and tack where he had all those marks. And then on the outside here, he'll end up doing a full line where you see those. Over here you can see the completed conveyor troughs for the 17VS-C. Back here you can see the 17VS completely welded and ready to go to powder. You can see there is a serial number there and the color. This gives you a good idea of what this thing looks like before it gets painted, but after everything is welded. And this is just the 17VS because you can see it does not have the kingpin hole here for the swiveling conveyor. But again, I want to show you guys the frame and the quality of this thing, how it's built. Right here we got the log lifters for the 17VS and the 17VS-C. These will all get powder coated black, so it won't matter what color splitter a person orders. These will get powder coated black and then they'll be back in the building. Here you can see some 17VS-C frames that just got back from powder coat. Again, you can tell it's a VSC because it's got that kingpin hole for the conveyor. But these will be staged over here until it's time to go into the final assembly area. And here would be a 17VS. And you can see this one has the weldment on it already for the optional hydraulic oil cooler on the 17VS. Again, the 17VS-C already comes with the oil cooler. It's an option on the VS. Now we're in the beginning stages of final assembly. This here is a 17VS-C. The 17VS does not come standard with a hydraulic oil cooler, but the VS-C does. And this is optional on a VS as well. But the other dead giveaway that this is a VS-C is that it has the kingpin here for the conveyor to mount on and swivel. So Dave's got the hydraulic oil cooler mounted up, and you can see that the cylinder and the push block are mounted up here. I'll give you guys a close-up of the push block. You can see that we've got the bronze self-lube slides in there. And also look at the size of this wedge. Give you guys another look at the frame. Right up here you can see the stroke limiter. And that's really about all that's mounted on this thing so far. All right, back over at this red 17VS that is on the assembly table. Dave's got the hydraulic oil tank in place now. See the nice Wolfe Ridge decal on there. And the conveyor mount is on here, the swivel. You can see the latch for that. Got the foot pedal assembly and the valve control on. And now he's gonna start running some hydraulic hoses, and in a few minutes here, he'll be putting the engine on this thing. Heck yeah. All right, Dave just wheeled over the engine here, this IGX 700. This is going on the red 17VS-C behind him. And he also just put on the oil drain extension hose. So that'll make it for easier, less messy oil changes on the 17VS-C. I'm walking over by the staging area now. This is all the machines that are getting ready to be shipped out. And you can see there are 3 VSCs over here. You can see that they got an extra strap added just for safekeeping for the conveyor during transport. And this is the 17VS that I'm going to test run in a minute here. You can see this one has got the Honda IGX single cylinder engine on it. There's a little bit more room here. 17VS does not have the oil cooler, the hydraulic oil cooler as standard, so you can see it is not there. Still have the aluminum welded hydraulic oil tank. And this engine has electronic throttle automatic choke. So all you have to do is turn the key and start it up. All right, we'll turn the key. Then if we want to go at full throttle, I just did a quick test run on this 17VS behind me, and it's already gone through QA, it's already been done, but I just wanted to show you guys running the splitter and running the log lifter up and down on this thing. Again, it's really cool to be able to start this thing from the operator's position and to just go from fast speed to idle speed with the flip of a switch. And the VS-C operates in that same fashion. The VS-C has the V-twin engine on it, and it also has a different controller, but it's still all from the operator's position. So that's going to wrap it up on our two-part series of the 17VS and VS-C, how it's made. I hope you guys are enjoying these. We're going to do some more with the different models that we have here. If you'd like more information on any of these splitters, including pricing, configuration options, lead times, and more, please check out our website, www.wolferidgemfg.com, or you can give us a call or send us an email. I'll make sure to put all those links in the description. Thanks for your support, and thank you for watching.